Okay. Today you're going to learn about Java packages, how the Java packages is there, and what are the rules and regulations. That point you are going to learn now. So basically, what is a package? Package is nothing but it is a group of related programs. They are going to keep it in one folder. So you may be thinking that why people are doing like this means to maintain the all similar programs is under one package, one folder means tomorrow if you wanted to, once you left the company, somebody come in front of you, on behalf of you, they can easily find out what files will be there, which location and all. So here is a package is a package in package in Java is a mechanism to group related classes and interfaces there, sub packages are together is there. First of all, how we are going to be develop the package. So if you wanted to develop the package, we are going to give you as a starting, every class starting word should be package. This kind of package statement to be there. And whatever this thing, whatever the format you have given, that same structure is going to be created. So now, so I want to create a package. If I want to create a package, and this structure I'm going to give it. Let me go ahead and create one package. Okay, if I wanted to create a package. Okay, one thing what I can do it. Okay, earlier, if you are not using Eclipse and all, that time you are going to use a keyword called as a package.
Okay.
And now I wanted to specify here class. I can create a package by using this statement also. See,
Okay.
okay, I'm specifying that count dot like this. And now let's see that I'm creating a package. Okay, this is my package. Under that, I want to create one class. So if I want to create a class, I'm creating one class here. And it is my object. Let's say it is employee records related a file. So I'm creating here. And it is created. The sticker package com dot example dot app is there. You by this statement is helping them to create this structure. You may be thinking that, sir, earlier you have not created. I mean, like what happened internally, it is going to keep it over there. But if you use a general class file like this, see, I'm going to see. I wanted you to observe this package clearly. I'm stating here. So I'm keeping this file outside. Okay, let's say I'm creating one package here and how it is going to create a folder. That's thing I want you to observe carefully. So that's the reason without having Eclipse, I'm making this. So this is my program and tomorrow if it run, you need to observe it. So system.out.println I am keeping here. System.out.println and employee user and I am keeping here and this is my class. Okay, I'm saving this my class as I can keep wherever I want. So here I'm keeping this thing and I'm specifying employee.java and this is where I mentioned here. Okay, this is my now what is this is my file. So it is there like I saved this file in the course inside the Java is there I created. Now I want to compile this program. So if I want to compile this program, what I'm going to do, I'm going to that, I need to go to that location. Okay, this is normal way. Well, you are not learning anything different there. So I want to compile this program. That's the reason I'm going to that location. Even I can be here and I can run this code also. Java C -d I have to give and wherever you wanted to create. Okay, and so let me do it. If I give more statements, you may get confused. Okay. Here I have a file. That file is there. Employee file is there. Type employee employee.java is there. Okay. Okay. I didn't change the directory. So it is there in C drive, and here it is there. This is my. So I am going to compile this thing. I want to compile this thing Java C minus D dot employee dot Java. I'm going to give it. So that time what is going to create? Internally, it is going to create a folder. In the internally that folder, see, it has created a folder. Come, and it is created 8:30 p.m. And I'm going inside of that folder, and examples is there, and this is my, and inside that my app is there. See, this is the way it is going to. It is going to create inside folder itself. It is going to create the structure. So basically, what happened? If you are developing, why they are creating folders means, suppose you are developing one project. Okay, some projects will be having. Suppose if I am taking SBA project, if I am doing it. In this project, what will be there? No, some files is I am talking about general net banking SBA. So we'll be having withdrawal modules, and we'll be having a deposit modules, and some other modules will be there. Withdrawal deposit is there, cash loans will be there, okay, and gold loans will be there, gold deposits will be there, gold withdrawals will be there. So like this, they will be having a different kind of what you call methods will be there, different kind of implementation there. That time what we will do, no? So if they are developing a okay, if they are developing a classes related to the cash, then they will mention that com.sba, okay, com.sba. Okay, if it is a cash model, they'll say the cash model. Okay, bank related gold loan, gold related thing, then they'll create a package as a gold, and they'll mention cash deposit like that, gold deposits like that. They'll keep it, create it. Okay, they'll create it a gold deposit like this. And so tomorrow, if I left from this company also, if somebody comes, by seeing the structure, they can easily find out what files will be there, where, and all. And now why I am talking all these things? Because why I'm talking, if you observe here in our thing also, let me compile this in Java C minus D, and gold deposit, okay, and I'm comparing here, and so here if you see, and it's there calm that internally the structure SBA is there, and inside that gold is there. Okay, why I am talking here, if you see in our API also, all object related things they are kept. This is my object class, object related interfaces, object related classes, and all. They download classes like this. How I develop, they develop this all the programmings, all the classes they kept in the. They compiled this all the classes a file, and they kept into the IdentityIQ.jar file.
Oh,
If you wanted to see also, you can go and see this in lib directory identity jar file is there. No? If you extract it, you can see all the structures also. Okay, now I'm coming here, and this is the way you are going to create. This is the way you are creating a classes and all. So now I'm creating a package, and now let's see. I'm coming here. Okay, this is my, and I'm creating a public class. Class name is there, and this is my method. If I wanted to, if I want to compile, and this is showing me how the structure is showing, and now I wanted to, as usual, this is regular way you can run this code. No other, only it is going to keep that implementation under one file. Only the package statement is going to keep it in under one specific folder. So next one is one specific folder. This is going to create a folder, and this class is going to keep it. So next thing is, suppose in the same class, if I have some imports, let's say I wanted to do java.util.util.package is that. java.util is there, and this package related things I wanted to import it. So basically I want to do array list implementation, then I'm going to use java.util class and all. So when you are doing this kind of statement, always first statement should be package. If you keep bottom of this import statement also, it is not going to accept. Always what should it should keep a package statement is the first statement. You're getting that is the rule. And so I have a rule, and if you keep that I mean like import statement second statement, import statement as a first statement also, it will not good. Always you should keep first statement as a thing and all. So next one is okay, there is other implementation reusability is there, those things will be there, that you need not to worry about this thing. And being as a okay, being a Java developer, we need not to, I mean, like being a SailPoint developer, we need not to go that much depth. So only one thing is how why you are importing means they have developed SailPoint guys has developed some packages that you are implementing it. SailPoint object data then that they have developed. You wanted to implement it, you are going to use SailPoint object data. SailPoint data, whatever the package is then. This is the self-funded object, yeah, self-funded object identity. So they have developed this package, and now we are using it and all. Now you may thinking that why I'm getting this error means probably this guy does not. I didn't keep it as I didn't take it at jar file. That's the reason probably it is might be coming. If I keep the identity.jar file, okay, identity.jar file, it will not throw the error and all. Okay, it is only showing me I never use this class. That's the reason I'm getting this error and all. Okay, and the same way, this is the thing. And okay, let me run system already printer. Nothing demo. I'm keeping it here. And if I run this code, as usual, nothing. It is only keep only package means it's going to keep it in one folder. That's it. And in the
Okay,
same
this will be
way,
saved in the package folder.
yeah,
We need to run from there itself, or else we can run from the boy employee. I mean,
can you be a bit louder?
okay, I mean, we need to run this from the package folder, or we can run it from the default folder.
No. Actually, if you are using this Eclipse, you can directly run. Okay, and but in the same way, if I developed this code in the Notepad Plus, right? Okay, let's say this is my code deposit class. I developed this thing. I have a class here. So that time I have a class here. See my class here, right? Deposit class. That time we need to set that path as a class path. So Java com.sba and SBI and gold is a gold deposit. Okay. Like this, you have to run this class file. Okay, if you create it like this, see, I have developed this class and I developed in the Notepad Plus. I'm running it. When I'm running this, I need to run like com dot like java dot. If I am running this, creating a when I am was compiling that time, I have to use Java C minus D dot class dot Java. I have to specify. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm coming here and let's see what other things is there. What other things is when you are learning about classes, what other things will be seeing it. And okay, and next one is you will be seeing this. What is the final class? What is the static class? Okay, and I'm going to cover about that. How the static class is going to invoke that you are going to. So how the static class is going to be learn call and all, that's we are saying that. So what is the static class? What is the static rules and all that you are learning now? Okay. Okay. Now it is very important. Okay. Give me static variables, static methods, and uses, and static methods, uses, give me static variables, static methods, uses in Java language. So here now you are learning about what is done. In Java, the static keyword is used to define a class level members that is belongs to the class rather than an instance of the class. So what it is the meaning of it? Once you created once you created any of the variables that you can invoke with the class object. I'll be showing you that. What is that? You need every time when you have defined one variables and all, one objects and all, one instance variables and all, that time I used to tell the create an object and invoke that variable. I used to tell that. Correct? Now, if you create, I will be showing that. If you create any static variable with the class name, you can invoke. That is what I'm showing you that.
Okay.
So now, okay, let's say this is my class and I'm defining one variable here. The variable is string, name is there, and I'm specifying here, okay, I'm defining here, string name is there, and one is, and static, and string employee ID. Okay, this is employee ID, and this is the variable. Now, what I want to invoke this variable, that time what I do, I go here, and I create an object here. I create an object here. I'm going to say the system.out.println, system.out.println, and e dot name I'm specifying here. That time what happened? This instance, okay, that if I want to invoke this variable, that time what I want to say, I have to use the e dot like this.
Yes.
But if I want to, I can invoke employee ID by the class name also. Let me show you that. So employee dot, and employee ID is there. Employee ID is there. I can invoke like this also. Let's go and see what is happening. See, both are string variable. That is the reason it is also null. This is also null. Now you may say that you can use this employee ID as e dot employee ID like this. Yes, you can use that. Okay, since it is static variable, I can use e dot employee ID also. I can use e dot employee ID also. Okay. So
Okay.
what even if you create a static, if you create any variable as a static, it means that without creating object,
We can invoke it.
you can invoke.
Okay.
Okay, and that is what a static variable and all. That is what it is saying. A static variable. A static variable belongs to the class, not to any specific object. Only one okay. What is mean that only one copy of the static variable exists shared by all instance. So what is the meaning of it? So let's assume that what is the meaning of it? Okay, now I have created an instance here. I have created an instance and I am using e dot name, and I have a variable called as a employee number 10. So now I want you to observe something. That's the reason I'm changing this variable as a number. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, and this also I'm saying that yes, I'm changing as a yes. And I want you to notice the difference. So yes is there, and employee ID is there, and here also is there. Now what I'm printing this thing. So I am keeping here age is there. And now what happened? I am printing e dot age is equal to e dot age plus 1. And I have employee ID is there. Employee ID there. And in employee ID, e dot employee ID dot plus 1 is there. Okay. And now I'm printing this thing, system.println after increment. Employee ID after age and okay, let's see that what is happening. This is age and this is employee ID. And I'm running here. And now age is e dot age is there. And now okay. I should change that. Okay. Both places, this is the age also one and the employee number also name. So as of now, I said, what is that? Static variable is only one copy of the static variable exists or shared by all instance, right? So that statement I want to show you that. So now what is happening, I increase this employee number, I am creating one more object. Employee one is there. I'm okay, employee one is there. And here is that, and I wanted to show you that employee one, E1 dot age is there, E1 dot employee ID is there. So, but here what I am going to use E1 dot employee ID is there. E1 dot employee ID plus 1 I am doing it here. Okay. And the same way. So let's go and see, let's understand what is happening after increment. See here, employee ID, whatever E level, E dot employee ID, whatever I mentioned, that value is still there. That is the reason it is becoming a 2. But whereas employee is always, age is showing you by default, whatever, by default, if you do not do anything, it is going to be
For age,
0.
we didn't do any increment, right?
Yes, if I do increment also, it is going to be that. Age, if I do, age I am doing here. And I am, as you said, I am doing here E1 dot age. If you do like this also, say like this, E1 dot age is equal to E1 dot age, I am doing it. E1 dot age only I am doing it. Okay. So that time, let's see that. Though I increased old value, I mean like object level variable is there. If it is a static, it is going to be, though it is, you have taken a different variable, but it is increasing that variable content only. How it is happening internally, how it is happening, that's what I wanted to show here. Internally, what is happening, when you suppose this is my program, okay, internally what happened, when you declare uh, integer, that time it is going to store in one of the area. It will mention, age variable, and I have one more variable is a employee ID. One second. Basically, what happened, for the static variable, it is going to show only one place. That's what I want to say. It is not going to keep each instance one variable. It's not going to create.
Okay.
That is what I wanted to show you that. Okay, internally. Diagram. Show me. Let it come. Now, what happened? No, is the static variable is there, employee ID is there. Na? So in this case, what happened? Na? Suppose I created one object. I created one more object. Okay, and each variable. Okay, non-static, whatever the non-static is there, non-static is going to be variable. Each object level will be storing it. Okay, and this guy is going to have is there, and okay, he is going to there, and I have one more object. He is there, and I have one more object. E1 is there. So if and one more int variable is there, na int age is okay, what is that other value? Employee ID. The employee ID is going to keep it as a separate area in static memory. So initially, what I said, e dot employee ID. Employee ID is equal to e dot employee ID like this, right? Employee ID plus one ID data. Okay, that time what happened? No, this employee ID is going to be changed here. And when you go for the E1 dot employee ID is equal to E1 dot employee ID. If you do it, though you are saying that E1 dot like this, still refers to that memory location only. It is not going to refer local variable. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what static memory. See, this is non-static variable. Static variable, it's going to object one, object two, object three. Also, it's going to be referred here only. One area only.
Okay.
And this is where it is going to store and all. And okay, this is about static variable. And now, if I have declared a static class, how it is going to be? Suppose static variable, how it is? You have a class here, employee, tech car, and I have a name here. And so you are defining variable, and though you set here, and it is going to be how. Okay, let's create one class, and I'm defining one class here. Creating a class here. So now I'm defining and corporation, and I'm defining one constructor here, and I'm writing one display method. One display method. I'm creating one object. We are creating one object. I'm creating a constructor. Since I have a class here, I'm creating on a constructor. And this is my constructor. According to this class, I'm changing. Okay. Now what is going to happen when I call this thing? That time what is you're going to be call this constructor, which is here, and it is going to set the John, and alias is there. That is second object is going to set the alias. And I do have a display method. So I can call this employee one dot display method. Display I can call. Accordingly, this values is going to get called. Okay. Now let me invoke this method, and e1 dot I want to invoke the display method, which is this one. E1 dot display is there, and e employee 2 dot display. And I wanted to run. I'm running this code. Okay. And this is a static URL. I have this thing is there. Second is
Okay.
what I am doing. I am employee that company name is there. Employee that company name is there. That I am changing to other company. Earlier I check up is there, and I am changing this is okay. I am changing this variable. I am using a class called as a class. That is the reason I am changing. This is a class name. Class dot name is that I am invoking this variable by using a class name. So
Okay.
I change this thing. Okay. Using a class name, I'm changing. I want to invoke two classes. So when you change, the class variable is going to get changed for the two variables. The class variable, this class variable is changing.
Okay. I
This
got
company
it.
name class, because this company is going to be, company name is going to store separately.
Hmm.
And this name under, okay, this variable name is going to be there in the object level. So this
Okay.
is level, and say company name is a static variable. So all instances share the same value. So what it is when you search the company name as this thing, for the even it is got printed same thing, and E2 also got printed same thing. So
Okay.
how in the internal it is stored like this.
Okay.
When the okay, suppose if I change this is a non-static variable. If I change the non-static variable, of course I should not change like this. I should not invoke non-static variable by using class name.
Okay. You can directly do it, right?
Yeah, I can't use it. And so this is the non-static variable,
Okay.
and static methods in Java. Static methods. Suppose how the static methods has been implemented. That you are going to learn. Suppose I have a method. So suppose I have a method, static method. How? Okay, now you already seen non-static method. Okay, now I'm talking about what is the static method. A static method belongs to the class, not an object. Static method is belongs to the class. It means that with the class that method you can invoke all the classes, all the objects is going to invoke. And if you want to invoke that method, you can invoke by using class name. That's what I want to say that. And it can access only static variable. If your method is a static method, only it can access static variables. Okay, and can't use this or super in the static method. In the static method, you can't use this or super keywords in the static method.
Okay.
And can be called using the class name. Okay, can be called using the class name. And it means that I can call this method by using a class name. That's what I'm saying that. Okay.
Okay.
And now I have a method here. I have a method here. And now how I'm implementing, I'm going to develop. I'm not, okay. Let's say I have a method here. I want to develop a method here. So anyway, I am using this is the static method. No other things. one method before I am going to keep it the static, no other things. The method normally we write into add like this. Now I'm keeping as a in front of method as a static.
Okay.
So how can I invoke? I can invoke this method two ways. One is object dot class object dot object dot method. So this
Yeah.
is my method and this is my method. This is my variable and system.println is a system.println and the sum and plus is there and I want to have the this suppose this method return something you need to know, right? That's
Yes,
the
I
reason
definitely.
I'm keeping in the here and I am specifying here and I am executing this code. So whatever you pass, 500 is going to be 455 plus 5, 460. Okay. This is you are passing this 455 and you are passing this thing. Now when you pass this thing, what it know? It is going to call this method. So it is
Okay.
going to store 455 and 5. So 455 plus 5 is what is going to be 460. It is returning here. The return value is this and this is the 60, 460.
Okay.
And now this is the way you are going to invoke. So what is the takeaway? Static methods are called without creating an object. Static methods you can call without creating an object. And there are, okay, that is the reason some classes will be having a static methods you can call with the class name also. So java.tools.utility, you have some methods. So you can always call the class dot static method you can use and you can invoke it.
Okay.
And now you are going to learn about static methods and static variables together. So in this example, static variable and static methods. So normally what happen now, sometimes what happen, you may be thinking that why I need to have the one single variable and maintain this thing. Suppose if you have bank employee number, suppose bank is there, the customer is there, customer, okay, one will be there and the second time a new employee customer comes, it is going to be for him, it is going to be two. If the other object comes, it is going to be three. So that previously what happened also you need to have the state. So this is the static where so you need to maintain the count, right? What happened and then that time you are going to use the static variables. So now static method is this is the method. So how it is going to be? Let's say I am taking one class here. I am taking one class customer and the customer is there and I am specifying employee number. Customer number. Okay, I am specifying static employee number. Employee number 0 is there. Employee number is there. And now what happened? I am incrementing. So whenever you create an object, I want to increase this number. Okay, this is my increment, and I have a class is there. And whenever I created, I wanted to increase that one number and all.
Okay.
And I'm trying to show you relevant to implementation and show you that. Yeah. And I have a class here. Okay, this is the static. And the main is there. So now how it is going to suppose this is my customer, C is equal, and this is my employee number, and this is my customer. C is equal new C, customer C is equal new customer C is equal new customer. Now I want you to see how it will behave. So I have created an object. I have created an object. I want to invoke and see this thing, how it is happening. So system.out.println. I want to invoke, right? C dot display count. I'm doing here. So now that time I have printed this thing. That time it is showing me 1 and okay, and customer number. Okay, this is the method, not constructor. Okay, this is my method, not constructor. And
Okay.
now what I am doing, I need to invoke only, then only it will increase. Basically, I wanted to show you that how it is getting increasing. First time I increased. Second time if I call, okay, and I'm running this thing. See, first time when I'm creating an object, that time it was 1, and once second time when I'm creating an object, that time it has incremented 1. Base 1 is there. If I do one more, okay, and previously whatever the value is there, that value is getting increasing on that. Okay, this value is getting, and like old, this is what is happening, one time only that static variable is going to be initialized. When you increase the value, whatever the wherever it is stored, that value is getting increasing.
Okay.
Every object is not going to create it is not going to create an object. For every object, you will not going to create an object. It's going to be initialized only one time. If you create an object, the same place, the value is going to get increased. Next is the static block. So static block, how it work? No, static block, whenever you run this code, static block and all, okay. Always program execution, when you run the program, that time, that's first time that that code is going to get executed. So now I'm running this code. I want you to execute. When you are executing that time, first time that code is it. Suppose I run this code, this Mohal method, I was telling that this always public static void main method is going to be run first, right? Now let's see how it is happening. I want you to observe here whether it is coming in the first time or not. System.out.println, and I have a main method. I'm actually the main method, and I wanted to run this code. So what is saying this? The static flag is getting executing first. And this is my main method, and it is a main method and all. You're understanding, right? So if you
Okay,
see,
can you
it is
please repeat, bro? I just missed it.
అర్థం కాల
నేను కొంచెం మిస్ అయ్యాను ఎక్కడ నాకు గుర్తు
అదే
రావట్లేదు.
చెప్తానండి చూడండి ఆల్వేస్ స్టాటిక్ బ్లాక్ ఓకే ది స్టాటిక్ బ్లాక్ ఆల్సో ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్ బిఫోర్ మెయిన్ మెథడ్
ఓకే.
okay I removed everything so this also I'm doing okay if I execute I used to tell you that always so main method is going to get executed first one but if you keep the static class instead of main method also static block is going to get executed first. Now you may say
ఓకే.
that why I need this thing, why I have means sometimes so when your some one program need to start, that time what you do know, required variables we need to load first. That time this guy is going to be get useful.
Okay. Can we do any operations in that block?
Yeah, normally what happen, some installation, file path, location, those things and all they will load there. And this is the things and all. Anyway, normally you only need to know how you are going to use it and all. So here if you use, I have a static variable here. See, this is my static variable.
Yeah.
So I can invoke whatever the class is, the identity dot. Okay, identity dot admin name I can give, admin underscore name I can use it. It can work it also. It will work.
Okay.
Okay, the benefits. Okay, and I have suppose if I have a static method here, I can definitely use identity dot get object name. I can use it.
Okay.
So that is the
Check
reason
on
you need to
check.
know why, how the static. I mean, like how the static is there, how the static will work, and all. That's the reason you need to understand.
Okay.
So this is about in the real world how on bank example how the interest rate is there. That is the example it has given you. Okay, and this is about static what you call static class usage and all. And so this is general. Whatever this thing is that I have to, okay, I have created two variables, interest rates and balance. I'm creating one constructor and I'm doing the interest calculation and it is display account information. Two methods are there. Okay, and let's see. I have a class here and so here I am defining one class here. This is all one class. This is one class here. Okay, I define okay one where private means local variables. For this class it is two variable. One I created one constructor and I have a two methods. One is a static method, other one is a normal method.
Okay.
And I'm creating one more class as a banking system. I'm creating one more class as a banking system. And I'm creating a whatever the class I have created. Here I have created a class, right? For this class, I'm creating two objects. For this class, I'm creating on two objects in the main method. Okay. Outside, this is my class. For this class, I'm creating two objects. Okay. Now, okay, and now what I'm doing, I wanted to have some account information display. So this is my class. See, I have a class here. I have two methods there. I want to call this method. So what I can do, echo AC1 dot, AC1 dot, that display method I have, I'm printing. And the other one, account 2 is there. AC2 dot display info is there. Two objects. For the two objects, I'm getting printing. So for the 1000, okay, for the 1000 is there and 2000 is there. For the 1000, I'm creating an object and I'm calling a display method. Okay, display method internally what is there? This display account information internally. Okay, here I have. This is the thing is getting balance is there, interest rate is there. Interest rate is a 5.5, 5.0 is there. That is the reason 5.0 is coming and printing. So now what happened? Okay, I am going to increase. I want to, okay, I am increasing interest rate. I am increasing a bank dot set interest rate is there. Set interest rate is there. That is the one. Okay, this is the interest rate. Okay, this guy is whatever I'm passing, that is I'm setting here. That is new rate is that I'm setting
Interest.
for this variable only. And that time I'm printing this again that two classes. again the two classes. For the two classes, that value is going to get changes. Okay, and this is the one time you are for the two classes, one variable it is referring it. For the one variable it is referring. This is the static class and all. Anyway, this much of depth also is not required because we're not going to use any development of the things. So okay, a static method and static method is this. Okay, and basically static variables are going to store in the class level, and so static variables in the class level memory and static variables are in the class memory level. Static variables, if I wanted to invoke class dot variable, I'm going to use it. Static method, if I wanted to invoke class dot method name, I have to use it. Normal method, if I want to invoke object dot method name, I have to use it. And okay, belongs to the class, and this guy is going to belongs to this class. And memory yourself one copy for all objects. Object one class only, and only one method is shared for all. One method, one copy. So normally where you are going to use it, you are going to use for the constants, global counters. That time you are going to use the static variables.
Okay.
And where you are going to use the static methods is the utility methods, so factory methods. That time you are going to use this thing and all. And you can't use the static keyword if you are using, that time you can't use this keyword.
Okay.
And in the same way, and the static method cannot access the instance variables and all. So this is about, and this is the way it is going to store.
Okay.
Okay, I have taken lengthy class. Let's connect tomorrow.
Okay. I have one doubt. Rakesh, can you please share your screen?